Okay, and welcome back to Marty's Electro Rails. Right, this is part 2 of the DMX control. This is part 1. I showed you how I built this on breadboard, 6-channel DMX controller with Arduino Uno. So what we have done is we've moved on to this now, which has a 5-pin DMX output and a USB power supply in, and also if you want to do updates. Inside this there is a Mega. I'll quickly open this. This is 12 channels. There will be possible upgrades on this. I'll put some stuff across the bottom of the desk here, maybe a couple of pots and some switches just to control some other DMX channels with a basically on-off switch. So it has been tested. I have been making little videos while I've been building it. So I'm going to edit all this, I'll just show you what's inside. I have the LEDs, blue LEDs popping at the top. I've got 12 faders. Now, before I do anything, let's get a USB plugged into this and you can just see the blue LEDs. Yeah, again, the blue LEDs are just analog control. Each of these are dual faders. So, in theory, that will be, this goes around this way, so that would be channel 1, and that indicates channel 1 is on with the blue light, and this will be outputting on DMX channel 1, DMX channel 2, and so on. So it's taken a wee while to get here with this. I'm changing, keep changing with different ideas for it. I did want to get a smaller project box, but I just went with this. It's actually turned out okay. So if we can open this up, we have the Mega right at the bottom with the USB extension cable with a socket mount. We've got a socket mount for 5-pin DMX. I just put a little bit of gaffer tape over the top just for isolating it, insulating it even. And we have just one of the PWM outputs used to go to the 485. Yeah, and we have our 12 faders, dual faders. We have one side of the fader going with a resistor in place going to the blue LED, and on the other side we have these red cables coming in, then going into this loom down into the Arduino, and that's basically 0 to 11, so it's 12 channels of analog input. I will show you some bits and bobs. I have recorded a lot of footage, but I'm just going to try and condense it down because I think I covered pretty much everything that needed to be covered in the last one. So yeah, I'll show you some bits and bobs from the footage I recorded over the last couple of days, and then we get to test it. Okie dokie, see you soon. We have all the faders in place. It's a pretty messy job with the Dremel, but if I had a 3D printer that would be different, but I don't have. So we've got 12 channel dimmer, we've got an LED there, and I'm just basically, so at the moment I'm just soldering up a 220 ohm resistor to blue. It's going to be a 5-volt supply, so blue LED, and that'll just pop in the hole there, and then that will, the once I solder that into the fader, that will be that should stay in place, hopefully. If not, I can always use a glue gun. But so this is a note to future self, how I've done this. There we go. Right, that's 2 done. Whee! Oops. Yeah, that's a nice tight fit in that. Bend this over. I'll try and see. Let's see if I angle it that way. It's okay on camera. So bend that. There's 4 pins at the end of these. Oh, that's out of it. It's because it's anyway. Right, okay, sorted. Wow. Also, if you don't hit it. Oh, right. Try not to move it. Give it a second. Bingo. And yep, the LED's in place. Okay, next bit, did this off camera. Done is basically created 2 ground buses. One at the bottom, it was just a bit of solid core wire, a weave through, and then soldered each point in, and added a wire basically to attach to the ground of the Arduino. And on this side, this is a ground wire for the onboard LEDs. I've just basically bent the ends of the resistor over and soldered them all together, creating yet again another ground bus, and connected a wire to that. Alright, just realised that during recording I have not recorded the positive bus that I ran across, and this is just soldering it. There's, I've said before, there's 4 pins at the top of this fader. There's 2 pins at the bottom. The 2 pins are all soldered to the ground bus, along with the LED ground bus, which I've already explained. But the one thing I haven't recorded is soldering in or explaining the positive bus that runs along the 2 pins at the top of the fader. And it runs all the way along to this red cable, which then goes in to this little circuit board. And this is another kind of positive bus, which then goes into the +5 of the Arduino. I've velcroed everything. Another thing, I've velcroed everything in just now. The reason I've done that is obviously so I can remove stuff, because I've got other stuff, other controls I want to add to this in the future. So I've just velcroed it in so that I can remove it when I need to, and then I'll look at kind of proper mountings once I'm happy with it. Okay, back to the video. Okie dokie, day 2 of this part of the project. So I've got my working faders. All I need to do now is make up some cable to go from these 12 outputs, then decide where these guys are going. I've put that onto a little bit of strip board. I'm not sure if it's completely ideal, but it might help me soldering and also mounting it inside. So I want to leave enough space on the back side so that, well, on the front side, so that I can add some switches down here. And I've got a cable that's arriving today which has a USB mount which will mount onto the front of this. Also I've got DMX 5-pin which I will mount onto the front of this box. Wire it up to the little DMX transmitter, and then that will go to one of the outputs, which I think was pin 3 was the output on the Arduino originally, and we've got all our analog inputs, all 16 of them, and I will basically be using 0 to 11 for these outputs. Changing my mind again, I've got these guys here. That's 10 again. I like to keep these, but it is kind of the perfect size, but it doesn't have pins on it. This would save me so much hassle. Yeah. Yeah, these are already made up. So it'll go on. Yeah, I think this is definitely the way forward, instead of making these up. Just as a pain in the butt to get them in here, but they fit really well. And then what I do is have another 2, yeah, and then it's kind of a shame. Do you know what? I wonder if I just extend these pins, because if you look on this, these do fit on, but they don't clamp on. So, because it's more than likely, I mean, they're not too bad, to be honest. Kind of do fit. I wonder, I'll just make sure I'm not shorting these out. I've just saved myself a whole load of work. Best laid plans, eh? Yeah. I need to make sure these are. I mean, I could build a little board and have all these centralised with a bit of. I keep changing my mind. Stop it. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, plan. Have these going to solder these onto this board, mount the board onto here, Then have, oh, DuPont connectors. No, I have header pins. Bingo. I have 12 header pins across here. And these can all mount onto that. And it could be nice and neat. Right, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm glad I can. I'll probably change my mind in 2 minutes time. But yeah, cool. And I want to keep these as short as possible. So they're not, it's just going to be a big mess of wires eventually. Tint this, tint that. And then tint the actual connector, and hoping. Oop, nearly forgot the heat shrink. Schoolboy error. And yeah, again, I've got to stop drinking so much coffee in the morning. Doesn't make for a steady hand. Right. Yeah, I've kind of screwed myself over again with that. What's the best way to go about this? Let's get from 6. Right. I'll just move this out the road just now. Put a little bit of tape on it. Oh, hold on a second. Still here. This room is an absolute disaster from this project, to be honest. Right. Okay, time for testing. How am I going to do this? I could test the voltage out of there with using LEDs. That might work. Oh god. Got these. Quality little lineup of LEDs, and if we wire it up correctly, we'll do what we did last time. Oops. Get a wee power supply. I'll actually add it to this board. I'll go on like that. Not ideal, but it'll do. So we get positive and a negative. So I'm going to put 2 of these in the negative front. And put this one in the positive. Now this is a 5-volt supply, which is what we're actually using. And switch that one from the mains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Super. Now to try the rest. I'm destroying this ribbon cable now just for testing purposes. Oof. Yipe. Oh, this is... Right, not saying anything. Oh. I wonder what the actual voltage is. It is really tight. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. It's the LEDs only come on because it's just using an analog voltage just now. But that will be changed to pulse width modulation. Touch wood. And yeah. So that is working. Alright, quickly back again. Just as I was making that last little video, this came through my letterbox. Mr. Amazon posted it. So I'm guessing this is the cable. Let's have a look. Oh, it looks alright. Oh, it's a bit chunky though. Okie dokie. Let's have a wee look. If I can open it. Right. So I'll go into the Mega, and that will be mounted. I'll just move this stuff out the road. I need a bigger workbench. So I will probably mount that there, tidy the cable up, that can go into the Mega, and that lets me, as long as it's far enough down, because I've got all these resistors and they come out quite far. I could have done something different, but I'm going to have quite a bit of space. So, yep, need to drill 2 holes and a square on that, and then preferably have this the right way around, and same on the other side, and we hopefully will have, maybe I might do it the other way around actually. I want these, or does it matter? It doesn't really matter if I've got, yeah, that would let me start if I put it around that way, and then put it around that way and mounted that here. The DMX is on that side. So here we could just keep, so we put that on that side and the DMX on this side, and then once it's all soldered up and I've sorted out, I've already got an Arduino program from the last video, but it only runs 6 channels, so I just need to adapt it for 12, and upload this to the Mega and we can test it out. Okay. Right, this is where I do myself an injury. I have my drill and I just want to drill some pilot holes just now. Oh, the joys. So this might be quite noisy, but I will sort it out. Right, try this. MD realised my mistake. I need to bring this drill further down so that it is sitting at the 12 mark. Excellent. So in theory that should be almost the right socket size. I just need to file out the edges. Yes, it might look a bit crap, but it's the way things are. I was waiting for a Wallace and Gromit moment there. I know it just went too far, but as it's just plastic, it's alright. This is, see this stuff doing my head in from drilling out all the other bits the other day. All these little plastic bits all over the place. Right, as you can see, just need to make that slightly bigger. I don't have a bigger stepper drill. I do have a third one somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Okay, look what I found. I need to mark this with something, just so that I don't go over that. It's basically the next step up, isn't it? So let's just try that. Hey! Right, we might get our balls. Didn't really know what to do there. I was just worried about the drill bit flying off and hitting me in the head. I'm wearing safety glasses, so that's alright. But it doesn't help my head. I need to wear my hard hat, I think. Like a window. A USB window. I've got to do this in the other one. Vroom vroom. Righty-ho. One screw going in there. Do you know what? I never actually tested this cable. I might as well do that before we do any further. I will attach it to the box. Right. The other screw. Maybe I shouldn't have tightened that other one up so much. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea, Matt. There we go. Hey, right, I'll test this cable and then we'll get on with the rest. So that's what it's going to look like. excitement. Test this USB cable. Okie dokie, I'm going to tidy up and we will do some soldering for the DMX socket. Okay, almost there. So I've finished off mounting the sockets onto the back panel. DMX, found some handy screws that just are recessed in for that, and there's a little nut on the other side just to hold that in place. Soldered the ground and the data plus and data minus from the 485, and USB extension mounted as well, and badly, well, the Arduino sit at an angle because of the cable, but that's kind of stuck onto the base of the unit. Soldered some extra little bits. The actual positive bus, the 5 volts, is onto that little board, and to save cables going down into the Arduino, I've basically just combined those two, soldered that ground wire straight to the other ground bus, and then this wire goes off down into the Arduino ground. So that's pretty much it. So this is the end of day 2, and tomorrow I'll be setting up a little lighting rig just to test this. So yeah, that'll be fun tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, we're here for the actual test of the desk itself. 12 channels of DMX and 4 battens set up. Each batten is 3 channels each, red, green and blue. On the power supplies for them, start off, as you can see on this screen, it starts on channel 1, batten number 1. Batten number 2 starts on channel 4. Batten number 3 starts on number 7. Batten number 4 starts on channel 10. So as quick warning, as I fade these up, they'll be flashing. So I've got channel 1 here. As I said, they will be flashing for a brief spell. Channel 1, and also they're quite bright on the camera, so beware. And channel number 1, we've got on batten number 1, we've got red, and then batten number 2, batten number 1, channel 2, we've got green. Batten number 1, channel 3, and we've got blue. And if we put all 3 up, we get a general kind of white colour. It's not great, it's just a bit off colour, and you can play about with different colours. I mean, if you want pink, put red and blue up. So you can kind of mess about. We've got yellow, we've got red and green. You can mess about. We'll move on to the next batten, exactly the same thing. Channel 4, 5 and 6. Move on to batten 3, 7, 8 and 9. And then the last batten, we've got 10, 11 and 12. So the one thing I can do in the programming, if I wanted to control something that wasn't on these channels, I can also double up channels if I want to. So I could put on channel 1, I could put 1 and 4 on to the first fader, so that I'm basically controlling both, not having to put 2 up. The alternative is actually just readdress the unit to channel 1. So we could have two that are, if we put them on 1, these will both correspond to that channel. So that's a successful test for the 12 channel. I will be adding some switches and pots for other DMX channels on the side, but for now we've got the 12 channel and it's a successful test. I am quite happy with that. I wonder if anybody's actually noticed that that channel is round the wrong way. That should be, that'll be channel 12. I've just messed the wires up inside. I can sort that, that's fine. It's an easy, quick fix. Because it should be R, G, E. It's not, it's R, T. Okay, that is a successful test, so we'll get back to the workbench. Okay, welcome back to the workbench. Right, so phase 2 now completed, 12 channel working, DMX desk to control the lighting on the model railway. Going to go over a couple of things. The Arduino ID on the IDE, the program, I went over that on part 1. All I've actually really done is add 12 channels to it. So if you want to have a look back at that, see what I've done with that. I'm not going to go over it again. This video is long enough. So yeah, if you want to check out the end of part 1, it will show you the IDE for this, and just basically adapt it for an Arduino Mega. So what the next part of this video will be building a little dimmer circuit with 12 volts controlled by a Mega. Now, as you can see, I had started working on it. It's a bit of a mess just now. The thing was, I've actually kind of messed it up because I drilled out the wrong holes at the back. So I'm going to take everything and swap them out and put this round the other way, just keeping the actual strip board intact. As I said, I drilled out the copper, the wrong copper strips on that side. So I'm just going to swap everything over and try and make it obviously a wee bit neater. These are the actual outputs from the MOSFETs, will be supplied from the 12 volts, as the Arduino itself is only 5 volts, and I'd rather use a 12 volt supply to control it. These MOSFETs were controlled by the pulse width modulation outputs, and yeah, basically it. So that will be on the next video. The other thing I just want to quickly show you is the original kind of analog controller that was mounted on the side. You see it in the short video, hopefully I've put up in the corner of the screen, and these are just there's an ATX 24 pin connector there, which is actually on the board. And what I will be doing is with this same thing, I'm going to keep this just in case I ever need it, and this will be mounted onto this somewhere, so that I can plug this straight into the board. So it'll be totally DMX controlled, and hopefully it will kind of minimise in kind of cables, but we'll see about that as we go down on as we go into part 3 of this, which we kind of start in, next week, and there'll be some other little videos kind of thrown in. I'm sure I'll find stuff that I'm working on to do some videos. So if you've got any questions, please leave comments. If you're thinking about doing the same thing. I've not really heard of anybody controlling a model railway with DMX. So if you get any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments and I will get back to you on them. Also, please subscribe. It's a very, very, very small channel, but please subscribe and like. I'd like to get some more viewers in and get some of the comments. It's sort of lacking in comments, unfortunately, but hopefully they'll be all good, to be honest. Anyhow, on that note, I tried to think if there's anything else I need to cover on this before I go get my coffee, to be honest. So yes, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in part 3 of DMX controlled model railway. Thanks for watching.